Hello, your top Zadarkus here with another tier list, the best champions you should pick to win your solo queue games for the mid lane. Today, the first little guy we got here for the god tier or something like that is going to be Zed. Now, Zed was already an honorable mention in my 5.24 tier list, but there have been a couple of patches and now I can completely be honest with you, and this guy, you either ban him or you just pick him. Cause like Rengar, the assassin masteries with the Thunderlord's Decree allows Zed to output a lot of damage and the burst can be amazing. So in the hands of a good Zed, you may either get carried, you can carry yourself if you are the Zed, or you can get stomped really hard playing against them. You can have an overall safe lane thanks to your shadow going out if you are ganked, running away of skill shots and stuff like that. You can pretty easily draw first bloods with the burst that people are not expecting you having, and also the roam potential is crazy. Of course, in the late game you gotta be good picking up the kills in real team fights. If the enemy has CC, you gotta be smart about it, but even if you cannot do that, you can always go for the split push. Therefore, Zed is here as a great pick. The next one is going to be Lux. Lux being a really safe champion standing in the backline, and with the buff on the ring, you can now start with it with the ring, that allows you to come with a little bit of extra HP pots to the lane. This ring is amazing. It does give you some mana regen, not mana per minion kill, but if you manage to get a couple of kills and if you see that the game is going through correctly for you, you can as well easily just upgrade it for the Magi's, an item that I would say Lux as a mid laner is the safest champion to actually use it. So if you want to use a Magi, most likely you'll be using it on Lux. She can have a safe laning phase if you know what you're doing. Like for example, what I do is to go with CDR per level runes. Of course I'm going for Morello or Athens on Ali Grail, and the mastery for the extra cooldown, and therefore you can easily stack up some cooldown reduction. You can just send up your E, wait for the timer to explode it, and once it explodes you can basically immediately cast another E. Therefore you can farm from up quite a big distance. You can also roam only to the middle of the river and snipe someone that is low with your ultimate. She has a good utility for the team thanks to the snare and the shields, and is overall enjoyable to play, to say the least. The next one will be Fizz. Now Fizz here, as we all know, it's the playful trickster that we all hate to play against. Again, as well, Thunderlord Decree working really great against him. He is great against the picks I just mentioned. He can avoid a lot of the damage that Zed deals even when he lands his ultimate. He can dodge a lot of Lux skills. He can even basically outplay Lux really easily if he just trickstars the snare and then goes in with his ultimate and shark and all those crazy things. Picking up some early kills in the lane at the start will give you a big advantage, and the roams will for sure make your team have an easier time. The next pick I would strongly suggest is going to be again Anivia. Anivia with insane amounts of burst, even though somewhat nerfed. The Thunderlord Decree works great on her and on her ultimate as well. That each tick works up the stacks from the Thunderlord's Decree. We are talking about a champion that has a passive making it her hard to kill, so even level 6, let's say, you get ulted by a Fizz or by Zed or by a Lux. If you are close to your tower or under your tower, most likely you just saved yourself. If you are rolling TP, these champions as well don't have knockups or anything like that, and therefore you can even force a TP out of the lane while you are with your egg passive going back to save lands, and there's a lot of fun you can have with that. A little link in the description of me having fun with the TP play and going back to the lane and getting a sheep kill. Make sure to watch it, it's actually pretty funny. Anivia being the queen of team fights when well played, thanks to her wall and overall utility, the stuns, high burst. She doesn't need all items to be offensive. She can easily put 2 defensive items there after you got, for example, Xerath, Road of Ages, and maybe either Abyssal or Rabadons. After that you can easily go for more defensive items and making her even harder to kill. Therefore I would strongly suggest you to pick her up. Now for my honorable mentions, my 3 honorable mentions are LeBlanc, because I hate her guts and I hate playing her, but the truth is LeBlanc is really strong, the burst is there, one of the strongest and most crazy assassins for the mid laners, hard to kill in the lane, hard to kill outside of the damn lane, because you know, let's jump around and use our passive to be annoying. The second honorable mention will be Yasuo. The only reason I'm not putting Yasuo as a actual god tier pick here, it's because he is hard to master. He is pretty easy to get camped and killed a couple of times in the lane, and therefore it may be harder for you to get those kills and carry on in the early game, but indeed he is very strong. He can as well just clean up most of the team if they are not focusing him, and he counterplays many champions that I mentioned and many others that are being played a lot thanks to his wind wall and overall mobility in the lane and around it. The other honorable mention and my last one is going to be Talon. Dude, I played a couple of games against Talon and I didn't expect it, but the truth is this guy has insane burst. It actually works, and I did not expect that. So if you like Talon, if you know what you're doing, you may as well feel secure if you pick him. Getting some early kills will be tremendously advantageous for your team. Also, a pro that Talon has against Zed, for example, is that you can use your ultimate before being in vision of your team, and without them expecting it, suddenly Talon is there. He appears from nowhere, from the shadows, with his ulti popped and bursts the AD carry from 100 to 0 in like 1.5 seconds, which is pretty crazy. And this will be my list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you agree with me. Let me know what you think. What other champions do you believe that are really strong in the mid lane at the moment? Let me know that. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this as well. If you're not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. And also now make sure to follow me on Twitch, because now I'm streaming at twitch.tv/Zadarkus. At the moment I'm streaming every Monday up to Friday. The moment I'm streaming is not yet certain, but I am streaming every day of the week from Monday to Friday, and I'll start uploading videos telling you when I go on. So please go there, follow me, and join me in some games. My name has been Zadarkus. This video is meant for you. I hope you stay awesome and have a great day. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next one.
I love you, oh my God, I love you.